Ready, Ollie? 3, 2, 1, break! Hey guys, so today we have these. This one is a Craftsman 21-inch cut lawnmower with a Tecumseh engine, a 6.75 horsepower. That's a pretty big one. And this one is another Craftsman, but this time with a Briggs engine, has roughly the same size engine. Customer states neither of these two engines run. You can start them on ether or quick start. I don't recommend using ether, and they'll surely fire up and die. This one with the Tecumseh, well, this is the mower that he's been using. Main reason why? The deck's intact, unlike this one with the Briggs. So what he originally wanted to do was thought about switching the engines, but I guess he didn't really like my price. So I suggested to him, okay, I can get both these engines running for a different price, which was a little bit cheaper, and so he went with that option. So in this video, we're gonna get both these engines running, we're gonna change out the oil, and we're even gonna sharpen the blades. I mean, this one shouldn't be run, but if he has all that, he could easily replace that deck. I mean, I see lots of Craftsman mowers with engines that don't work, but good decks. So it wouldn't be that big a deal for him to pop that engine and put it on another deck. As for this one, well, considering this is the mower that he uses all the time, when we get this one running, he'll continue to run it for as long as he needs to. I mean, these are actually pretty nice looking Craftsman mowers. I mean, 6.7, that's almost a 7-horse engine on a push lawnmower. That's a big engine. I mean, what is he doing with this thing? Mulching small trees? Holy cow. But all right, guys, let's crack into it and see what's going on with these. I'm almost 100% sure carb issue. It's almost always a carb issue. All right, guys, let's crack into it. So we're going to split this video into 2 parts. Part 1, we're going to get this Briggs engine worked on. We'll get that one going, sharpen the blade, change the oil, and definitely go through that carburetor, make sure it's all good. Then, part 2, we'll get this Tecumseh going, and then we'll get them sent back to the customer. All right, guys, guess let's get started working on these things. All right, so first thing, let's make sure there's no fuel in here. Yeah, of course there is. There's gasoline in there. Wonder if this thing will just start and run. Yeah, right. Oil. Yeah. That's basically almost tar. I almost expect to reach in there and be able to pull out a dinosaur. Oh, it kind of makes me concerned about that air filter. Right. Let me grab another camera, grab my tripods. Let's get started. Hopefully before the rain comes in. I think I've already started to feel a few drops, so let me get at least my stuff all set up and we'll get started. Okay, 5/16. Let's get this air filter open. Well, good news. There's an air filter. I wonder if that's why it didn't run. What the heck? You know, you really got to change your air filters once in a while. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Let's try it one more time. If not, I'm going to try some carb spray. Yeah, let me grab some carb spray. So now we're going to make sure that we're not dealing with a dead engine. Take a little bit of carb spray. Spray right into the intake and pull it over like normal. Okay. Do we not have spark? Is it? Oh. Looks like we have an E3 plug on here. Okay. Lovely. Let's try one more time with a little bit of spray. One more time. We'll see what happens. Nothing. So we're gonna even have to confirm that we even have spark. All right, let's get the inline spark tester on there. Good. Keep an eye on it. Tell me if you see anything. So did you see anything? Because I didn't. Okay, one more time. I'm not sure if I saw anything on it. Well, give me one sec. Let me just double check the footage. You know, honestly, double checking the footage, there is a little bit of something there. There is a little bit of something there. So let me see if I can shade it a little bit so we can get a better reading. Okay, so that's as shaded as I can get it, being outside. So let's see if there's spark. And my shade blew away because it's really windy. There's definitely another storm cell blowing in. So now let me double check that footage and I'll be right back. Okay, good news, there's spark. So sounds like it's a problem in the spark plug. Let's pull that spark plug. See, I think 3/4. Yep, 3/4. Yeah, there's the problem right there. Besides the fact that it's an E3. Look at that. No wonder it's not sparking. Here's a first fire. I think that's actually from a chainsaw. So let's try the first fire. Okay. So the first fire is now in. Let's give it a spray. Oh boy. That was a lot. And let's try it. Ooh, she belched out a whole cloud of black smoke. That was kind of funny. Let me move you back. I hope the camera caught that. It actually started to run on its own too. The funny thing is it actually kind of started to run on its own too. So let's see if it'll run on its own fuel. Three primes. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing. A little Cosby sauce to see if we can start the mix. Just a little bit, you know, just enough. Is that enough to foul the plug? Oof. Woohoo! Let's try that one more time. That was funny. Aw, that's too bad. That was a pretty epic pop. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty epic pop, that last one. That was really good. Okay, well, I guess it's safe to say we gotta crack into that carb and deal with that nonsense. So, one problem solved. One problem solved. There was an issue with the plug. So, I have an NGK. Let's, yeah, let me put in the NGK. Give me one sec. Okay, the NGK's in. Let's try that one. We'll give it a couple sprays. Let's try it with the NGK instead of the Chinese fast fire. Hey, look at that, guys. what I found. A red subscribe button. If you made it this far into the video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up. Comment below. I love to read your comments, and I try to reply to as many of them as I can, especially the early ones. All right, guys, back to the video.
So I'm not quite sure what to make of this. It's running perfect on its own fuel. Right. Okay, so that's a good sign. There's a little bit of a hiccup, so I know we're definitely still going to have to go through the part, but it's that's a good sign. So let's see. Well, let's start up on its own. No, it doesn't. It won't start on its own. Let's give it another spray, see what happens. Okay, so let's give it a couple primes and see if it restarts on its own without needing to prime it with sauce. Yes, it does. Okay, now it should restart since it is hot, technically speaking. And it's not. I had another mower not too long ago like this. A weed eater. And you always had to do this. Every time you want to start it. But the good news is it runs just fine. But let's see if we can fix the startability issue. So I guess let's crack into that carburetor and see what's going on. But we got another storm moving in, so I'm gonna have to put this all back together, and then we'll have to catch up onto it when the storm blows over. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. Yuck, what a mess. Because of course the gas gets shot. That is awesome. Gotta make another gasket. I've kind of grown to accept the fact that it's very likely that every time I crack into one of these old Briggs, almost guaranteed 100%, I'm going to need a new gasket. So I'm going to have to just either make up a bunch or buy a bunch. One or the other. I'll probably make up a bunch because it works and it's cheaper. So 3/8. So I'll let it float here for a minute. I'm going to grab Mr. Pinch and we'll get this carburetor off. There we go. Let's get Mr. Pinch in here.
Yes, I am here.
Ooh, it's little Mr. Pinch. Yes, I am little Mr. Pinch. Okay, Mr. Pinch, or little Mr. Pinch. Can you take care of that fuel line there? Yes, I can. I will bite and pinch. Okay, so bite and pinch. Pinch. Thank you, Mr. Pinch, or little Mr. Pinch. There. Oh, Mr. Pinch holds that. Fuel line clamp off. Ah, released it. Perfect. Here, that carburetor's off. Let's go give it a clean out. Okay, well, I just lost one camera because apparently it overheated, which, whatever. That's fine. I'm going to pull apart this carburetor. I'm going to do it off camera because honestly, I don't see too much reason to suspect that there's anything going on in here. I mean, it was running the engine just fine, but if I do find any kind of gummies or anything like that, I'll make sure to turn the camera on. This way I can highlight them to you and you can see the awful gummies. Anyway, guys, I'll see you shortly when I go to reassemble this. See you soon. Okay, so the carb's all clean. I had to change the gasket on it, unfortunately. The bowl gasket. And I had to change the needle seat, which part numbers will be listed in the description below. I also had to make an air intake gasket, which we already knew about. So, let's get the air intake gasket on the air intake. Where's that little hole? Is there. So the gasket's going to go just like this. It's got the primer breather hole. O-rings there, which is good. So now all we got to do is put the carburetor back on, which is 2 3/8 bolts. So I've got the blade off and sharpened, so we'll reattach that. Let's get the carburetor on. Hopefully this thing starts and runs right away. It'd be nice to get rid of it. I can't believe the temperature today. It's like 35 degrees Celsius, or in freedom units, it's like 95 or 96 degrees. I think I like the sound of 35 better than 95. 95 just sounds terrible. Fuel line on. Thank you, Mr. Pinch. You're welcome. Next, let's get this guy on. Fuel line clamp. Maybe. There we go. Okay, Mr. Pinch. You can let go now. Okay, I'll let go. Ah, much better. Thank you, Mr. Pinch. You're welcome. Okay, fuel is now flowing. At present, doesn't seem to be anything happening. That's good. That's a really good sign. So no fuel's dripping. Either that means that fuel's not flowing, or sure there is fuel, which there is. Good. Didn't leak out. Mr. Pinch did a great job. Thank you. I always do. Good job. Yes, you do, Mr. Pinch. Okay. Bye-bye. Right, so now let's make sure. There. That looks good. So let's get the air intake on. I believe that's 3 5/16 on here. Oops. I think I just pushed the gasket off. Darn it. Let's try that again. Here we go. We'll try this again now. Hose first. Breather. Then, first one started. Second one started. Right now, I'm just going to double check. Make sure when I prime it, fuel comes up.
I'm not sure if fuel's coming up. So what I'll do is I'll first give it a prime. This way you can make sure that the carburetor still runs the engine. Let's see. Oh yeah. A little slow. Oh wait, I forgot to put the blade on. Whoopsies. I'm really impressed with how easy it started without a blade though. So let's quickly get that blade on. There's the blade. We're just going to pop it back on. 9/16. To be honest with you, I'm actually surprised this started without the blade on. Then again, that is Tecumseh that uses the blade really as a flywheel because it uses a lightweight flywheel. Where's those lineup pins? I know this thing has them. Pins are in. I'll hold it in place and screw it in. Set it to maximum, put it on. And it's on. Let's try that again. Okay, she won't start. Let's try priming it. Give it a try. I don't think it'll start though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that. Do a better gasket. I don't think that one works. Let's try it again. There we go. Let's try starting it again. There we go. I apologize. I didn't have my microphone on. So hopefully my ambient caught my voice pretty good, but the other microphone for my voice, unfortunately, was a little far away. Oops. Anyway, I do have two backup microphones that are running, so hopefully I got my voice. Anyway. Looks like I'm going to have to pull off that air intake, make a new gasket, and we'll try again. But let's fire it up one more time. Yeah, this thing fires up really easy now. Really, really easy. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. I mean, besides me, I'm like, look at this. I'm just sweating buckets. This is brutal. Which reminds me, since I'm out here sweating buckets in this hot sun, don't forget, smash that like button below, give it a subscribe, leave a comment and share. I mean, my videos will get pushed out to more people if you like and subscribe. So it's not hard, it's free. And in this world, there's very few things that are free. But liking and subscribing, 100% free. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Okay guys, I'm just gonna pop that air intake, trace out the exhaust, trace out for a gasket, and we'll try again. And then as soon as I come back, and that's all done, we'll start it up. I guess, yeah, we'll start it up, get it nice and warm, change the oil, and I think that's about it for this video then. Oh yeah, we got to put a new air intake gasket on there, and new air filter on it, and well, you know what that means, right? A little bit more of that ASMR that I know you guys love. All right, so let's pop that air intake one more time. There we go. I have a feeling it's that guy right there.
That little hole's just not making proper seal with that. That's rather unfortunate. No, it should be though. It should be, unless it's warped. The only thing I can think of is that it's warped. The air filter housing. It could be warped, which that would be unfortunate. Oops. Completely missed the gasket. Completely, totally, and utterly missed the gasket there. Brilliant. Right. Okay, so I'm going to remake this, and I guess we'll try again. Okay, guys. See you soon. Okay, guys, so I've got a new gasket made up, and it didn't really work, but I put a second gasket on there, and yeah, fuel's definitely squirting up. So let's see if she'll start up. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. No problem. It's working great. Fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic news. Good. So let's begin the reassembly process, which we're mostly done. We just have the air filter, put the air filter housing back on, or at least the cover, and then I sharpened the blade. I reinstalled it because we started it and it started without a blade, which is really weird, but it must be a Briggs thing. So yeah, this thing is now as it should be. We just need to change the oil, and we just need to put in this air filter. Oh, and the part number. There it is. Here's the part number. Yeah. Oh, that was tough. All right. Well, let's get this open. Right, there we go. All right, so let's fire it up, let it run for a few minutes. Then once the oil is nice and warm, we'll swap it out and put in some fresh oil. So let's give it a couple primes. Let's try her out. We'll let it run for a few minutes, get the oil nice and warm. Then we'll swap out the oil. It's been a few minutes, should be nice and warm. Got a cake pan, so we'll just tip the oil out and dump it into that. Okay, oil dipstick, come on out. Wow, that oil, look at it. It is very, very black. I don't think this thing has ever seen an oil change. That is terrible. I'll show you. Like, look at that. That's basically tar. I know we looked at it earlier and I said that I was expecting dinosaurs to come crawling out. Well, I really am. Like, this is like crude oil. It's almost like it just came out of the ground. All right, let me move this over a little. And we'll tip it. I hope. Maybe. And, oh, I'm going to hit the camera. That's not good. Got to move it a bit more. Make sure everyone can still see. Looks like we can all still see. I also have this camera, which sees everything. Okay, so let's dump this out. Hopefully I'm not going to hit the camera again. And I'm going to hit the camera. Okay, I'm just gonna dump these handlebars. Let's get rid of the bag. Now the handlebars. As this is actually what the problem is, or the handlebars. Good. Now we shouldn't have an issue dumping the oil. Nope, not going to hit the camera this time. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's start it up again. You know, with no oil in it so we can destroy it. No, we're not going to do that. That would be just silly. Now we'll add 500 milliliters, or I guess it depends on what we're talking about, because sometimes it'll say 16, sometimes it'll say 18 ounces of oil. So let's go with 500 mil. And this is 16 ounces, which, whatever. But I believe it's more somewhere along the lines of 18 ounces of oil is 500 mil, but don't quote me on it. I just go with the 500 mil because it's a lot easier. And it says 16 ounces on this cup. So let's go with 500 mil and 16 ounces. So 500 mil. Here we go, 500 mil of 10W30. And we'll pour it into the engine. No messes, no messes. Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh no, I can hear Greta. How dare you? How dare you? Well, too bad, Greta. How dare you? There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Good stuff is in. Wipe up my mess. Oh, look how nice and shiny it makes it look. Let's just wipe that oil all over it. Make it super shiny. Oh boy. It's gonna look like it's a brand new engine. No, it's not. What are you talking about, brand new engine? This thing's ancient. They don't make these anymore. This is a 2012 model. Think so? Something like that. 2012. Looks like a 2012 model. It's got the rust of a 2012 model that wasn't well cared for. Or at least the body anyway, wasn't really well cared for, but doesn't matter. I'm not too worried what model year this is. But it's definitely not an MTB product because it's a Craftsman 944. Made by Sears Canada in Toronto, Ontario. Interesting. Right. So let's check the oil amount. Let's see. Let's check the oil amount. Come on. Go. And. Well, we're slightly over full. Barely. Just barely. So, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. We'll fire it up and see if it smokes. And if it smokes, well, it'll burn out the rest of the oil. So not a big deal. Come on, handlebars. There we go. Right. There we go. Whew. It is a scorcher already today, guys. My goodness. It's actually the next day because it got way too hot yesterday. I had to go back inside and just say, you know what? I gotta call it quits. Just for the day. It was really bad. Okay, so let's prime it. Although I don't think we needed to. And let's fire it up. I'm just going to give it a very light pull. Didn't seem to like that. Let's try it again. beautiful. It is working perfect. Yeehaw. That is great. Absolutely great. So, okay guys, so that's it for this one. We're done with this repair. But before we go, other than it kicked a whole bunch of grass into it, take a look at this oil. Look at that. It's just completely black. That is unreal. Like, it's really not that hard. Even if you don't change it every season, at least every second season. And your oil should not look like, your oil should never look like this. This is just black, burnt, full of carbon, full of exhaust gases. It is just a horrible thing to do. This actually will cause it to lose its viscosity.
That's why Castrol GTX provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown.
And, well, you've ever heard of thermal breakdown? Well, this is what happens with thermal breakdown. And eventually it comes to the point where it's no longer lubricating. It's almost like you're just running water in it. And honestly, maybe it'll help cool it a little, but it certainly will not lubricate. Anyway, guys, that's it for part one, which is the Briggs and Stratton engine. And we'll get started on part two shortly. I just got to clean up and get all set up, and then I'll record part two, which will be uploaded at a later date. So that's it for this one today, guys. We got another mower running. Although this one, no, I'm not going to be cutting the grass with this. There's no demonstration of it cutting the grass because that's got a big hole in it. And honestly, if I hit any kind of rocks, there's the potential that it could just go straight through that deck. And I really don't want to do that. It's not safe. If there's any kind of perforations in the deck, especially at the back where you're walking, you do not want to run that mower at all. If the perforations are at the front, it's not terrible, but I still don't recommend running it. But definitely at the back where you are walking, it can easily kick a stone or two out at you, and it can hurt, can hit you in the eyes, can do all sorts of things. Not worth the effort. Better off just replacing the deck or patching the deck. In this case, I don't recommend patching the deck. I'd say get rid of it because that metal's pretty compromised and it's a really bad spot right by the wheel. So you have to form the metal around it, and why bother? Just replace the deck. They're really not that expensive. You can easily find many mowers of this type and just swap the engine, or even just buy another mower and keep this engine as a spare. Why not? But anyway, guys, catch you in the next one. So there we go, guys. Another one done. Nothing special at this one. Just needed a basic carb clean. Although, to be honest with you, the carburetor ran the engine just fine. So maybe it's just a little bit of warpage on the air intake, and that's why it just wouldn't prime and let it start from. That hole in the deck is really bad though. Like that's not good at all. And it's actually cracked. So I would never recommend running a mower like this. That's just dangerous. But anyway, guys, I guess, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Place a stupid E3 with a proper NGK. So hopefully that lets this mower run a little bit better. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, guys, spark plug off for safety. Maybe.
Hey guys, so today we have this. It's a Craftsman 21-inch lawnmower equipped with a Tecumseh 6.75 horsepower engine, or 6 3/4 horse. Seems to be in half decent condition, and if you remember from the previous week where we had the Briggs engine, yeah, this is a sister mower, and this one has the Tecumseh engine. So last episode I introduced the mower, but we never really got into it. In this episode, we're cracking into this and finding out if it'll run, at least if it'll start and continue running, or if it'll do none of the above. Hopefully, we can get this thing to start and run and stay that way, and maybe even cut a little bit of grass with it and see how it goes. And just in case you guys have this similar mower, there's the model number. It seems to be a model from 2003, at least according to that. But alright guys, let's crack into this thing, find out what's wrong with it, But first things first, let's see if it'll even start. So let's give it a couple shots of carb spray and see if it'll run.
How dare you!
So let's get this air filter off. Yeet. I mean, not terrible, but yeah, we'll replace that one. Let's see, does any fuel come out the back? Let's take a look. Nope, nothing's coming out. Yeah, it's got plenty of fuel in there. Let's check the oil. Oil actually seems new, so that's a good sign. Let's see if we can get this thing running. Well, that feels good, but she didn't start, so a couple shots. She'll start, she'll start. I bet you she'll continue to run. Ooh. Want to. All right, will it restart? I wonder why people like it that way. Anyway. Right, so it just looks like minor carb work. Other than that, everything seems to be good with this little guy. That's a good sign. So let's clean this thing up. Let's get this carburetor off. 3/8. Should be able to pop it right off. Get these 3/8 off down here. And one more just up here beside the muffler. Come on, let me take you out. I don't want to take that off. Oh, shucks. I have a screwdriver. Oh, shucks. I have a screwdriver. Oops. I lost you. Guess I gotta get a 7/16 and take that exhaust off. Be right back. 7/16 or 11 mil. Goodbye, exhaust. Now we'll get that other bolt off using 3/8. Hey, let it go. Good. How's the gasket? Gasket actually looks good. We won't mess with that. We'll leave it be. Wow. They like their engine running fast. Let's get that back under control there, right? Just a little bit. We'll adjust it as we go. So I'll pop off the breather tube from the PCV or the crankcase, and we'll get that guy off. Oh, Mr. Pinch.
Yes, I am here.
Oh, hello, little Mr. Pinch.
I am little Mr. Pinch. I pinch. You want me pinch?
Yes, I need you to pinch that fuel line.
That fuel line. I pinch. Yes, my precious. Pinch.
Ooh, that's a good pinch. Okay, thank you, Mr. Pinch, or little Mr. Pinch. And let's crack the fuel line free. Ooh, I don't want to break that plastic nub.
we go. Coming off nice and easy, thank goodness. Come on. Come on. I just said you were coming off nice and easy. Here we go. Oops. Mr. Pinch, you're not holding on. That's okay. These fuel lines are a bit of a pain. Holding it like that, that's good. Okay, so let's get this linkage off. And we'll get this linkage off. Where is it? There it is. And in case you're wondering, yep, that one here, make sure you take pictures if you're, this one here, make sure you take pictures if you're doing it for the first time. This way you can use it as a reference. You've got your phone. And this one here goes closest to this tab. If you put it here, still works, just slightly different throttle response. This tab here controls the throttle speed, and this spring and arm actually hook onto the governor, and this is just this is mostly for anti-surge, and it also to adjust the speed. All right, so let's get this guy open and take a look what's inside. Okay, so 1/2 inch, we'll crack the bowl nut. There we go. Yep. There's some crud in there. There you go. Genuine bona fide crud. Guaranteed 100% bugger up your carburetor. That crud's 100% guaranteed to leave you complaining for hours. But at least it ran with quick start, so that was good. Well, I don't use quick start, but the carb spray. At least there's no water in it. So spray out the bowl. Spray it off too. Manage that, clear that out. Oh yeah, that little hole's clear. I saw it shooting out of there. That was awesome. That gasket's nice. Let's keep it away from the carb spray. In. Needle and seat. Oops. Needle looks good. Put the float over there. We'll clean them off shortly. Okay, I don't really want to get carb spray in there, but up there's no problem. I just lost my eagle eye. Screwdriver, let's pop out the emulsion tube. Maybe. Or maybe not. Alright then, we'll do it this way. Hey, look at that, guys. Look what I found. A red subscribe button. If you made it this far into the video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up. Comment below. I love to read your comments, and I try to reply to as many of them as I can, especially the early ones. Alright guys, back to the video. There. Let's see. I don't know if you can see in there, but let's see. Yep. Seems to be doing its job now. We'll spray up the tube. I think we're ready to give it a try again. Let's get this thing back together and give it a whirl. So get the gasket back on. There's the needle and float. Oops, dropped the needle. Damn it, there we go. Spray off again. Let's see. Give it a few presses. Okay, now it seems to be okay now. Bowl on, line it up properly. It's this little nipple. You see here, there's this little nipple, and there's a dent. Line those two up, and you should be good to go. Let me spray this off because I dropped it. Tighten it down. There. Perfect. There we go. Good old spray down. Perfect. Very nice. Much cleaner. Much, much, much cleaner. Good. So let's get this back installed and get this back to the customer. Let's spray some of this gunk out of here. Maybe. No, maybe not. Let's get some of this crap out. Give this a good pressure washing before we give it back to the customer. Okay, little Mr. Pinch. You'll be free of your duty shortly. Okay, let's get this guy back on. All right. We actually need Mr. Pinch to put on the fuel line now. That's right. Okay. So we actually need to put the fuel line on first. There you go, Mr. Pinch. You can let go.
Thank you. I am much relieved. Pinch!
No, Mr. Pinch, no!
Oh, sorry. I pinch.
Right. That was interesting. Okay. Let's oops. I'm making a mess. That shouldn't be happening. Yeah, that definitely should have been happening. Maybe Mr. Pinch knew something.
See, I pinch. Pinch.
Right, so I'm going to have to replace that seat after all. That's fine. I was a little questioning on it. Let me get a new seat and get that installed. Well, at least we know it's cleared out now. Okay, get the gasket off again. In case you don't have that Tecumseh tool, you can use a screw, or you can just blast air in there. And you can pull it out, and that's it. Here are the new ones. And the part number. Come on, hurry up. Let's go. Down here, down here. Here, here, yep. There's the part number. Okay, get out of here. Now let's get them in. Now, let's see. There's a flat side and there's a ridge side. The ridge side goes towards the top of the carburetor, and the flat side is for the needle to make a flat C. So we just make sure that that stays that way. Come on, you're gonna stay that way. Come on. Nope, see, doesn't want to. It wants to be a fiend. There. Now we're just going to press it all the way down. Now to make sure it is all the way, I'm just going to use a drill bit. I'm going to press, but I'm going to use the flat end. Just press all the way, make sure 100% it's seated. There, seems to be seated all the way down there. Perfect. Let's reassemble this. So you don't need a special tool to do a Tecumseh carburetor, so don't worry if you don't have one. So the other seat was swollen, probably from the carb spray, or just because it was failing already. So again, there's the nipple. Get that lined up. Bolt nut. Oh, you, not you. What are you doing? This one, 1/2 inch. There. Now let's try that again. Okay, Mr. Pinch, or little Mr. Pinch. We're gonna try it again. Oops, making a mess. That's what I do. I make a little bit of a mess, and I make Greta angry. No, how dare you, Greta? Stop it. Right, so let's see. It's gonna leak this time? Nope. Perfect. Fixed it! Just like that, it's been fixed. Oh no! Perfect. So let's get these linkages in. You get the hook in the back fun, because that's where it was. Whee! And on the governor arm, there's 2 holes. It goes in the top hole. There we go. And now this one with the spring goes up and over and in. That's right. In the square hole.
A cylinder.
The circle.
I think that goes in
The circle.
the square hole.
Uh-oh. I think it's leaking again. Oh, this is a pain. Okay, we'll be right back after these messages.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Alright, let's get this thing back on again. Put it through the ultrasonic. I said enough is enough. And yeah, it came out a lot cleaner. So we'll get the breather tube on. And we'll get the fuel line on, maybe. There, fuel line's on. Just clean up my mess. Make sure it doesn't leak. So I'm just going to let it sit here for a bit. I think we've come to the conclusion that it's not leaking. Nope, it is. Yep, it is. It's leaking out the carburetor yet again. Nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to just replace the carburetor at this point. Okay, I'll be right back with another carburetor. Alright, got another carb. Let's get this one off. Again. Oh, sorry, those are 3/8, but I'm sure Editor Mechanic will get that in there. Now this one with the ear is on the same side as the fuel line. It's a throttle control ear. It listens for the engine to see how loud it is. If it's too loud, it says, you said too loud, I slow you down. Hey, where'd that nut go? There it is. Okay, so now we're going to connect it up to the fuel line and we're going to try again. We're going to see. Will it leak? It shouldn't leak. I can't remember what mower this carburetor's off of. It looks like a new carburetor, to be perfectly honest with you, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I took it off of a mower that had a dead engine. I'd gotten a new carburetor to get it running, but found out that the engine, maybe it was the cursed bearing. Maybe it's the cursed bearing. Yeah, see? No problem. No problem at all now. Because of course not. Of course. It has to be a new carburetor. That's just what happens. Oh boy. So I just gotta get this guy off. Oh, poopies. Because I had it on an angle. Oh, yuck. Only because I had it on an angle. Come on. Sit nice. Sit nice. Come on. Sit nice. There. That one is. Perfect. Okay. Good. So far, so good. So now let's get the linkage on. Put that in the top one. I'll stop tilting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pause it here for a second. Maybe, give me a second, maybe not. I wanna see if I can get this darn thing on. I'm determined. And I got that on. Good. Good. Where are those other screws gone? Okay. So fuel line's on. most of the linkages are on. It's got to get one more on. There we go. I'll just bend this back a little bit. There. Now it's under a bit more tension. Perfect. Okay, I just gotta clear my other phone because the memory's full, and that would mean that this one's getting kind of full too. All right, so let me pause it here, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Up next, the triangle. We know what hole that goes into, right?
Triangle.
That's right, the square hole.
All right, so the storm, it got a little bit late, and I wasn't able to finish everything up, and especially after I had to empty off the video files from the phone because it kind of got a little bit full. Got way too late, couldn't finish this, or I couldn't get back out to it to finish it. Then a storm blew through, and needless to say, we're at this juncture. So anyway, let's get this exhaust back on and get this mower going, because honestly, it didn't leak. Same amount of fuel still in it, so this carburetor's holding. I mean, let's just get the exhaust on, try it out, and see if it works. Oh, yeah, and get the air filter on. Let's line it up. 11 mil, 7/16, take your pick. Right, now the air filter. So you know what that means. So here's the new air filter and the part number. Well, this is a fairly light part number. And there you go. There it goes. Right. So let's get the plastic off. All right, let's see what the problem is. And then I'm gonna have to stop. So is it a fuel problem? Yeah, it's a fueling problem. We're gonna have to go through that carb again, but for now it's started to rain, so I gotta stop the video again. Okay guys, so I put the carburetor in through the ultrasonic. It looks fantastic. Let's see. Are we going to get some gas squirting out the back? Oh. 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 We got gas. Oh boy. She's going to start. She's going to start. I can taste it. Not the gas. The anticipation. The anticipation. It's finally going to start. Oh man. Right. Okay, let's forego the theatrics and all that fun stuff. That failed. So let's see. Are you gonna start? No? Oh, she's running. Oh, she's running. Oh, she's running. There she goes. Okay, so I think I'm going to replace the bail cable because this one is, I'm just going to swap them over from one mower to the other because this one definitely seen better days. This is ready to snap. So let's see, is this going to restart? Oh yeah. No problem. That's just the idle. I'll do it by ear. So to set the idle back in here. Alright, as I was saying, I'm just going to grab the tachometer, if I can find it, so we can set it around 3,000 RPM. Oh, there go the dogs barking at me, because they don't realize I'm at the front door. And, I know you guys can't see me, I'm at the front of the house, looking for the tachometer. I'm not finding it, maybe it's in my kid's toolbox. Right, so unfortunately, for some weird reason, I can't find my tachometer. I wasn't quite expecting not to be able to find the tachometer, but I couldn't find the tachometer. So let's quickly check the oil to see if it needs to be changed. It seemed like he did change it at the beginning of the year, and yeah, it's still crystal clean. And it smells like oil, feels like oil. There's no point in changing that, so let's check the blades. Or blade. I don't feel any nicks. Don't feel any damage. Actually, the blade seems pretty good. No need to change that or to fix that. So I guess the only thing really left to do is really give this a clean and I guess give it a try. But first things first, I want to change this cable. So let me quickly change that cable. One of the easiest ways I'm going to do it is I'm just going to change the handlebars. They're both Craftsman. They're both basically the exact same deck, just different engines. So let's see. Let's pop this cable off. I wonder if this is actually going to work then. Crappy. I guess that handlebar. Or that way. I wonder if we just flip the handlebars. Nope, that's not going to work. Even flipping the handlebars. Haha. Alright, I'm going to have to let the guy know that he's going to need a new bail cable. Because that one's going to break. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is. It's not my fault. I'll lubricate it, so hopefully it takes some of the strain off. Alright, so that goes in behind the oil. We'll put it back on. Yeah, it's like only being held on by 3 strands. Poor thing. But that's... Alright, so let's spray some spray lube in there. Spray some spray lube in here. Just some WD-40 dry lube. I'll link it down below in my Amazon affiliate. Just so you can see which one I'm using. And they're broke. I knew that was going to happen. I'll see if I have another one in the garage. Alright, well, I've got a couple here. So let's see which one's going to work. Let's try this one first. Okay, so let's get this old one off again. This one's going to be long enough. We'll first start it down here. I'm not going to clip it in. Just want to see if it's going to reach. Oops. Oh, maybe I should clip it in. Oh, what a dum-dum. Little dum-dum.
Dum-dum, diddle dum-dum, diddle dum-dum, diddle dum-dum.
There. No, that one's not going to work. So let's try the other one. I hope the next one's going to work. Otherwise, I'm going to have to call them and say, hey, your bail cable broke and I can't swap it to the other handlebars because it don't work. Let's see. This one's going to work close to long enough. Not even close. Not even close. I wonder if I switch handlebars or something. Let me see if I got a second set of handlebars, because I know that I should have another set that should fit. Trying to save the guy some money. There. Let's try. Oh yeah, that's those bars. Let's move them out of the way so they don't get mixed up. All right, let's see. Maybe slightly shorter bars. I think they're slightly shorter. Or are they the same length? Nope, they're slightly shorter. So maybe that's enough for that bail cable. Let's see. Is that going to work? No, that one's not going to work. Let's try this other one. I got 3 here, I think. Oh, 2 here. Here's another one. Maybe this one will work now. Well, we might have a winner, guys. Let's see. Clip it in. Line it up. I think here. should punch into the hole. I think maybe. Let's see. I think we got a winner. Oh, we got a winner. Oh, baby, yes. Finally. Good. Let's see. Yeah. We got a winner. Okay. I'm going to save him a little bit of coin. Whew. Thank goodness. But I kind of don't like the bail cable that direction. So let's flip these bars. There. There we go. Right. I'm losing my pants. It's terrible. Oh, what happened here? Why did you come off? I don't know. I don't know why this came off. There, we put this on. Now, let's pull the bail. Pull you up. There. Why do I have a feeling? Yeah, I put it in upside down. There we go. I always do that at least once. Okay, so let's give this a few pumps. Because I can give it a few. Now, let's see if she'll start. Is it out of gas? Might be out of gas. Yeah, it might be out of gas. Shh. It's out of gas, but I want to see. Okay, I'll be right back with some gas. Alright, so let's add some gas to this thing. Sorry, I spilled most of it all over the ground. No kidding, it's empty. There we go. Hey, come back here! Let's prime it a bunch of times. And it should start. It should start. Okay, shouldn't start. Right. Why shouldn't you start? Huh. Right, let's give it a shot of something combustible. Hopefully we didn't lose spark or something. Maybe we lost spark. Nice. Okay. Still get gas out the... Oh yeah, still get gas out it. So it's not the carb. We lost spark. Come on. Okay. Let's pull the spark plug. Actually, that makes me wonder then. I pull this. Is that not enough? Maybe it's not enough. That might be that might be the problem. Let's see if that's just simply not turning it, moving it far enough. You guys were probably there screaming, "Hey, mechanic! It's your engine brake. The cable's a little too long. It's not moving it far enough." So, yeah. That might be the problem. So let's bend that up a little wee bit. Okay, let's see. It is moving a little bit further. Let's see, is that enough? Give it a shot of something combustible. Not sure. So let's see, maybe there's no spark. Maybe there's just no spark. Now you keep an eye on that, and you tell me if you see spark. Well, did you see spark? Or do I have to check the footage? I think maybe I have to check the footage. Okay, so let's check one more time. Because I didn't see any spark, and it doesn't look like you could have seen any spark if it was sparking, unfortunately. So let's set it like that again. Let's see if this helps. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it fell down. All right, let's see if there was... Okay, so I reset it again, and hopefully this time we can get a good reading and it doesn't fall down. So plug. Actually, maybe I should just see if I don't know. Maybe like that, and I'll move you over there. Maybe you can see better there. Let's try it. So did it come off? I don't think so. Let's check the footage. And it looks like we've lost spark, guys. We've lost spark. That's the whole problem. Of course we did. Of course we did. It runs, and then it says, nope, I'm not going to run anymore. So, 1/4 inch. Let's get this top off. Actually, before we get the top off, I'm just going to loosen those up for now. I'll toss this one back in. Maybe it's still not quite bent out far enough. So, let's try something then. Let's make it so it's really got to travel then. Let's see if that makes the difference. Maybe that was just the problem. Just didn't have as far to travel, or it wasn't traveling far enough. Let's see if that makes a difference. I think I hear a spark. Yeah, I think I'm hearing spark. That was the problem, guys. I just had to bend the tab out a little bit. So let's fire this stupid thing up again. Air filter on. Prime it. Ooh, shaking with anticipation. Now let's try it.
Because of course.
Ah, yeah. Of course. I jumped the gun, but before I went too far, I decided screw it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not stupid. But hey, at least we can make fun of ourselves. So let's give a spray on the wheels. Lifters. There we go. In the bars, some lube. And then spray some lube in here. There we go. Spray some more lube in here. There we go. Let's see. Try it. It hit me right in the neck. Right, so we should be able to hopefully just fire it right back up again. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah! Then, I guess, let's get some gas. Oops. That could have been bad. Almost lost the GoPro. Camera's upside down now. That could have been really bad. Ran over the GoPro. Now there's some stuff done for views, right? I ran over a GoPro to see what would happen. Stop running away. They keep running away. Right, so the iPhone's now full. So, looks like it's down to the 10-year-old phone and cheap GoPro to finish out the video. There we go. Hopefully the GoPro survives. Well, I don't mean survives, but like last for the rest of the video, right? Let's see. Okay, let's keep going. Don't want to run over that stump. And hopefully the GoPro got those last few moments, because yeah, it's down to a 15 or a 10-year-old camera. How about that? Never thought it would come down to the oldest camera here. My GoPro just, I don't know, hopefully it got that last little bit. That'd be pretty cool. I guess that's it for this video, eh guys? She's done. Ugh. Gross. Well, I guess other than a good pressure washing, I'll let them know that it's done, and I'll bring them both up, give this one a pressure washing, and yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for this one. I mean, it comes down to a 10-year-old camera to finish this video out. Well, old gear. I've got an old computer. I've got old cameras and old lawnmower. So it's all, and I'm old, so it all fits out. It all wraps up in the end. So not a bad little mower, actually. Not a bad little mower. Actually did really, really well. All I needed was another carburetor, because the last one, I changed the needle, I changed the seat and still leaked like a sieve. So clearly it was just meant to be, just meant to have another carburetor put on. And that's what I did. And now everything's good. Cable's good, oil's good, fuel's good, carburetor's good, blade's good, wheels are good. Handlebar had to be changed, but it's good. Gas is good. So yeah, I guess that's it. Lawnmower is good. So all right guys, I guess I'll see you in the next one. It's not bad, eh guys? Another Tecumseh fixed. Haha. Well, at least it's not like that. Its sister, the Briggs, where it had a big hole in the deck, and this one's in pretty good condition. So I just got to let the customer know that mower's all done and ready for them, and it's good to go. I guess that's a wrap on another one. At least we were able to figure out why we lost spark, because yeah, I had to bend that out a little bit. Not a big deal. It's working well now. So anyway guys, I guess I'll see you in the next one. So like usual, spark plug off for safety.
There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and cover, ducked and cover. He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you